Yo, what's up, guys? So, Coach Bo here, RNG Fitness. We're at HQ. One question I get a lot is, do I have soreness or do I have an injury? So, a lot of times people who are new at come to work out, they're not exactly sure what type of pain that they're having since they haven't trained either in a long time or this is the first time working out ever. So, there's a couple of ways to answer. It's just about three things. The first one is your pain in the joints? So is it in your elbow? Is it in your wrist? Is it in your knee? Is it in your shoulder? If it's one of those things, you may want to go see a physical therapist like soon. Okay? Or is it just like my legs are sore and I having a hard time moving after leg day? That's another thing. That's what we call delayed onset muscle soreness. It may take you 24 hours to start feeling that soreness. It may take you 2 to 3 days to start feeling that type of soreness. And you need to let that second type of soreness just, you're going to have to let that one ride itself out. So it may take up to 2 to 5 days to actually get rid of that type of delayed onset muscle soreness. So that's something. Is it general or is it actually within the joint? If it's in the joint, go see a physical therapist. If it's just generally my tricep hurts or my legs hurts, you may just want to wait it out. The next one is, what's the next one? It's general in the area of my leg, or is it somewhere localized? So it really hurts in this part of my hamstring, not my whole hamstring. If it's very localized and you can actually point to the spots or feel the spot where it actually hurts pretty bad, it's not your whole leg, then you may have tweaked something. So if that happens, you just kind of got to wait it out and try to avoid anything that involves that movement. So if my hamstring's strained, then I need to probably avoid things that work my legs or my hamstrings so we can work on upper body stuff. And that takes a lot of humility for you to either approach your coach or just stay away from your programming for a while and do other things until you can get there. So a lot of times my clients, they have injuries and they either don't tell me about it or they just don't want to seem weak inside the group. So if it's one-on-one training, it may be something they tell me right away because they feel comfortable. But when we're in a group setting, they may not want to say anything because they don't want to feel weak within the group. And that's something that you need to be humble with and just respect your body. Just trying to be cool in front of everybody else at the gym isn't going to make your journey any better. It's not going to make your leg feel any better. And that's when competitiveness can kind of be a curse at the same time. And it's funny, within training, we have to chase a little bit of discomfort in order to obviously progress our bodies. So we're kind of trying to chase a little bit of uncomfortableness, a little bit of pain when we're doing curls or we're doing bench press or we're doing squats. We want to chase a little bit of the uncomfortableness. That's how we will essentially get the physique we want and get to our goals, because that's going to transform us. It's going to adapt our body to the new stresses. And that's kind of what we want to chase. But when you're new to training, you're not always sure about this. But after your workout, so we talked about delayed onset muscle soreness, is what we call DOMS. It's when your muscles, you feel like you can't even walk. And especially when you're new to strength training, you're new to picking up the barbell or dumbbells or doing push-ups, your body's going to be like, what the heck are you doing to me? I don't like this. So it's going to become sore. When it becomes sore, it's going to want to repair itself. And then after a day or 2 or 3 days, you're going to feel real soreness in your body. And just know that this is something normal. It's not something that only you go through. So it is normal. It's just going to take give it 3 to 4 to 5 days to actually let itself recover, and then your body will start feeling normal again. And then once you get into your working out routine, it will become not as intense soreness all the time. So once you're 4 or 5, 6 weeks into your training session, it's not week 1 or day 1, you'll start to feel better. It's just going to take a little bit of time for you to get there. Okay? So those are kind of the 3 things you think for. Is it in the joints? Go see a physical therapist. If it's just generalized, my chest is sore, my legs are sore, it's probably just a soreness. If you have something targeted, something directly in my hamstring hurts, so there's one little spot that I can point to, it's just something you may need to avoid. You may have just sprained something. If it lasts for a long time, say 2-3 weeks, then you should really go think about seeing a doctor if it is localized and maybe something worse. And just understand that you're going to be sore, especially in the beginning. It's going to be not easy because your body's not used to it. Cool? So just accept it. Stay with this consistent strength training, and then hopefully your body will get stronger and you'll avoid injury. If you guys have questions or anything, leave them in the comments or send me a message. You know how to find me. I'll leave all my handles over here, like next. Cool.